All right, I have a magic circle workout for you guys today. So if you have a magic circle, go ahead and grab it. If you do not, you can always use a ball instead of a circle. So let's start with 3 red springs on our reformers, foot bars up, and then we're gonna go ahead and lie ourselves down with our magic circles. And then headrests are just gonna start all the way down, and then we can push them up later. So let's begin with a magic circle just around our legs. So legs are gonna go inside of the circle, right above the knees, and then heels are gonna come onto the foot bar. They're gonna be set just a little wider than that fist distance away from each other, so we have just a little tension on that magic circle. And we're gonna begin with some bridges today. So we're gonna start in our neutral spine, we're gonna take an inhale in our neutral, and then on an exhale, we're gonna flatten our low backs down into the mat, and then 1 vertebrae at a time, we're just gonna begin to peel our spines up. Think using the glutes, using the hamstrings, keep that little pressure of that magic circle as we come up. Take an inhale at the top, and then on our exhale, soften down from the sternum, 1 vertebrae at a time as we roll our spines back down. Inhale, coming back into our neutral. Again, exhaling as we flatten and we peel, keeping that little pull of the circle apart as we roll our spines up. Inhaling at the top, and then again, exhale, roll your spines all the way back down, thinking 1 vertebrae at a time as we come back down. Inhale, right back into our neutral. Exhale, flatten and peel the spines up. Holding for an inhale. And then again, exhale, articulating our spines all the way back down. Inhale, come right back into our neutral. And then last one, exhale, flatten and peel the spines up, pulling that circle apart. Taking an inhale at the top. And then again on our exhale, just articulating our spines all the way back down into the mat. Now on this next one, let's go ahead, we're gonna roll ourselves back up into that bridge, and we're gonna stay up into our bridge. So again, think glutes, hamstrings, send the tailbone to the backs of the knees, hold yourselves at the top for an inhale, and then on our exhale, we're just gonna pull that circle apart, and then inhaling as we release. Exhale, pull the circle apart, inhale, release. So just try to activate the outsides of the legs, abductors. Exhale, pull it apart, and then inhaling as we release. Pull it apart and release. We should feel those glutes working as well. And then let's just do 3 and 2. Last one. And then on our exhale, roll our spines all the way back down into the mat. Come right back into our neutral spine. And then from there, take the magic circles out. We're gonna place them in between our knees this time. And again, heels are gonna come onto the foot bar, set just a little wider than they were last time. Arms are gonna be at our sides, and we're gonna go back up into those 4 bridges. So starting with an inhale in our neutral, on an exhale, we're gonna flatten our low backs down, start to peel our spines up. As we come up this time, squeeze the circle in between the knees. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as we roll our spines back down, slow release of the squeeze as we bring it back. Inhale right back into our neutral. Exhale, flatten and squeeze the circle to come up, getting those adductors to work. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale, articulating the spines all the way back down into the mat. Inhale right back into our neutral. 2 more, exhale, flatten and peel, squeezing the circle as we come up. Take an inhale at the top. Exhale, roll the spines back down, releasing that little squeeze. Inhale right back into our neutral. And then last one, exhale, flatten and squeeze to come up. Inhale at the top. And then again, exhale, roll the spines all the way back down, releasing that squeeze as we go down. Come right back into our neutral. We're gonna go back up into that bridge one more time. Flatten and peel our spines up. This time you guys are gonna hold yourselves up in that bridge. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze the circle. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze the circle. Inhale, release. So again, getting those adductors working, those inner thighs. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Let's squeeze for 3 and 2, and then last one, release, and then roll our spines all the way back down into the mat. come right back into our neutral, and then we'll take those magic circles out. Now at this point, if you want your headrest to go up, you guys can go ahead and prop your headrest up. We're gonna keep the heels on the foot bar. They're gonna come parallel with each other, just about a fist distance away. We're gonna take the magic circle into our hands, thumbs or with our fingers, and then we're just gonna hover the magic circle right over our chest, elbows out nice and wide to the sides, shoulders relax down into the mat. We're gonna exhale to press away. As we press out, we're gonna squeeze the circle, and then inhale, bend the knees, release the squeeze. Exhale, press out and squeeze. Inhale, bend and release. Exhale as we go out, inhale, bend. So thinking on that exhale, as we press away today, everything is working. So we feel our legs, our glutes, our arms, and our core. So on that exhale, think about drawing your abdominals into your spine as you stretch, and then bend. Exhale, inhale back, press, and in. Now if you want a heavier spring, you can always add on a yellow or a blue to work those legs a little more. We're gonna go 3, 2, last one. Bend, come halfway in, hold ourselves at the halfway point. We're gonna do little pulses of our carriage, little squeezes of the circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Press it all the way out, and then bend the knees to come all the way back in. Arches of our feet are gonna move onto the foot bar. Keep the circle in your hands. This time, arms are gonna reach nice and long out to the ceiling. Still in that neutral spine. On an exhale, press out, keep the arms long and squeeze the circle. Inhale, bend the knees and release. Exhale, press and squeeze. Holding our neutral spine as we come back in. Exhale away, inhale back. Now just being mindful, when the arms are straight up to the ceiling, our shoulder blades are still relaxed down into the mat. So we're never rounding our shoulder blades forward. They stay down, collarbones stay wide. Exhale as we press, inhale, bend. We're gonna go for 3. Again, draw those abdominals in. Last one, halfway in. Hold it there, little pulses of the carriage, little squeezes of the circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Press it out, and then bend to come all the way back in. Keep those arms nice and long. Toes and balls of our feet are gonna move onto the foot bar. They're gonna stay that same distance away from each other. All 10 toes are gonna be on. We're gonna press our carriages all the way out, and we're gonna hold ourselves out there. From here, we're gonna bend the elbows, let the magic circle go behind our head, lower the heels underneath the foot bar, and at the same time, we're gonna lift the heels and extend the arms up, squeezing the circle. Lower the heels, bend the elbows, magic circle goes behind our head. Exhale, lifting and squeezing at the same time. Inhale, lower and bend. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Lower, and then lift. Lower, and lift. Now if you want, you can keep a constant little squeeze of that circle. Getting a nice little stretch as you lower the heels, and then feeling that work come from the backs of the legs into the glutes as we lift. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one, and then bend and bring it halfway in. Hold ourselves at that halfway point, bend your elbows back, little pulses, little squeezes for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Press it out, extend the arms straight back up to the ceiling, and then bend the knees to come back in. Good. Take the heels, bring them back onto the foot bar, slide them out wide to the sides. Take that magic circle back in between your knees, and if you need to slide your feet a little closer towards each other to get that magic circle to stay, slide your feet a little closer, externally rotated with the toes of the knees, staying into that neutral spine. Again, on our exhale, we're pressing out, and then inhale as we bend. Exhale as we press away, inhale, bend. So just getting, again, those adductors are working as we press out, and then bend, come back in. Exhale, press away, inhale, bend. Exhale and inhale. Let's go for 4 and 3, 2, and then last one. Bend to come back in. Take that magic circle out, just set it to the side of our reformers. We're gonna go toes and balls of our feet right back to the center again, just about sits bones distance away from each other. Press ourselves all the way out, and then let's start our run, bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel, and then we're gonna switch and switch. And then just taking that run at your own pace, whatever feels best for your bodies. It can be slow, it can be quick, it can be a little jog. Just thinking that pelvis is just staying nice and steady as we switch. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll lower both heels underneath the foot bar. Just stay for a little calf and Achilles stretch again. Lift the heels up high, bending our knees, bringing that carriage all the way back in. Now, once we come back in, let's just extend our legs over our foot bars. Reach and grab your magic circle again. And then once we grab the magic circle, we're just gonna take it into our hands and we're gonna do a couple of roll-ups here. So we're gonna take an inhale first. On our exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Start to peel our spines up off the mats. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale as we tuck and we roll ourselves all the way back down. Shoulders down, head down, take an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Think one vertebrae at a time, peeling the spines up. Inhaling at the top. And then exhale, tuck, roll it all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale back. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Scooping into our abdominals, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale, tuck, roll ourselves all the way back down. Inhale, shoulders down, head down. Last one, exhale, nod the chin to the chest. Peel our spines up. And then once we come up, take that magic circle and just place it in between our ankles. Reach those arms nice and long away from us. Tuck the pelvis. Roll ourselves back down into the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And then once we come down, just bring the arms at our sides. Knees are going to draw up into a tabletop position, and then low backs can go down into the mat. We're going to curl up into an abdominal curl, reaching our arms forward. On an inhale, we're going to reach our legs away from us, reach our arms behind us. And then on our exhale, when we come in, our hands are going to take the magic circle in between our legs. And then we're going to inhale, reach the arms out, reach the legs out, legs zip together. Exhale, go from the hands to the ankles with the circle. Inhale, reach the arms and legs out. Exhale, ankles to hands. Inhale, zip the legs together as we reach out. Exhale as we come back in. Inhale, reach away. Exhale, back. So just alternating ankles to hands, hands to ankles. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale back. Let's do 2. Last one. Hands, ankles, and then we can bend the knees, lower the head and the feet, and then we'll just set that magic circle to the side. All right, we're gonna sit ourselves up off of our reformers. Once we come up, let's just go on to a middle red and a yellow spring, and then we'll lie our foot bars all the way down. Magic circle will just stay to the side of our carriage for now. We'll lie ourselves back down onto our reformers, and then if you want to keep those headrests up, feel free to keep those headrests propped up. We're going to reach back, take our loops into our hands, and we're going to hold on to our short loops. Arms are just nice and long up to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed down into the mat. And one knee at a time, we're going to come up into a tabletop position, holding our neutral spine, starting with our reach and pull. On an exhale, we're just going to pull the arms straight down to our sides, and then inhale, return it back up. Exhale, pulling the arms down. Inhale, return up. If this is too heavy for you, feel free to switch to your long loops instead of your short loops. Exhale to pull down. Inhale, return. Feeling those lats engaging on that pull. Inhale, bring it back. Let's press for 2. Return. Last one. Exhale, inhale, return. Now let's add in an ab curl with that. So on our exhales, we press our arms down. Let's nod the chin to our chest, curl ourselves up into our abdominal curls, and then inhale, return back down with control. Exhale, press and curl ourselves up. Inhale, return it back down. 2 more. Exhale, curl. Inhale, return. Last one. Exhale, press, curl. Hold yourselves up here. On an inhale, reach your right leg out away from you. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reach the left leg out. Exhale, pull it in. Now, reach the right leg, pull it in. If the neck is ever an issue, head can always go down as we alternate the legs extending. We're gonna do one more on the left. We're gonna hold that left knee in, and then we're gonna do quick little switches of our legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend both knees in, arms go up, head goes down, and then just relaxing your feet down out in front of us. Feel free, in between sets, you guys can always give your knees a little sway from side to side. You can stretch them long, you can give them a nice little hug, just to get that tension out of your body. And then we're gonna reach our arms nice and long up to the ceiling. Again, drawing the knees up into our tabletop position. We're gonna go back into our abdominal curls. On an exhale, press and curl ourselves up, hold ourselves up here. On an inhale, reach the legs out away from us. And then exhale, staying in our neutral spine, pull the knees back in. Inhale, legs go out to a challenging level. Exhale, pull the knees back in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, back. Reach it away, pull it in. Reach out for 3, 2, last one, reach it out, pull it in, arms up, head down, and then again, just relax those feet right back down. We have a couple more things in our abdominals, and then we'll switch to our arms. So again, just lengthening the arms up to the ceiling, shoulders relax down into mat, still in our neutral spine. Knees can draw back up into that tabletop position. And then we're back up into that one abdominal curl. So on an exhale, let's press, curl ourselves up, hold ourselves up here again. Extend both legs straight up to the ceiling. On an inhale, just lower the right leg down towards our foot bar. Exhale, lift that right leg up. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, lift. Now think as the right leg lowers, and as it lifts, the right oblique is working. Left leg lowers and lifts, left oblique is working. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. We're gonna do one more right, one more left. Hold it at the top, and then let's do big scissor kicks up those legs for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, both legs go straight back up, bend the knees, arms up, head down, and then again, just relax those feet right back down. Feel free, sway the knees, give them a little hug, a little stretch. We're gonna finish off with our double leg lowering. So let's reach our arms, again, just nice and long up to the ceiling, knees right back up into that tabletop position. And then on our exhale, press, curl ourselves back up, extend both legs straight up to the ceiling, 6 total. Inhale, lower the legs down to a challenging level. Exhale, carving out the low abdominals to lift back up. Inhale, lower, staying 2 inches underneath your belly button, draws in and up to lift the legs. Lower, exhale, lift. Again, if the neck is an issue, head goes down. 2 more, lower, lift. Last one, lower, lift, bend the knees, arms up, head down, and then again, resting your feet down. Good. All right, keep those arms just nice and long, one knee at a time. We'll go right back up into that tabletop position, just keeping the head down. We're gonna press our arms all the way down to the mat, and then we'll open them out to the sides to circle them around and back up. Exhaling as we press, inhaling to circle around and back up. Just making sure when we open the arms, they don't go past that T. Good. Exhale on that press. Inhale to circle around and up. Let's do 2. And then last one. All the way down to the hips. And then we're gonna reverse. Go up to the shoulders, out to the T. Exhale, press into the hips. Inhale, up. Open, exhaling as we press. Just feeling those shoulder blades gliding around back there. Last one. Hold this one at your hips. Bend your elbows for your tricep press. And then on an exhale, press the palms down. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Good. Press and bend. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Bend, and then just relax the feet down. Hang those long loops back up. And then once we hang our long loops back up, we're gonna sit ourselves, again, off to the sides of our reformers. We'll keep our foot bars down. We'll stay on that same spring, and then we're gonna take our magic circles. I'm gonna lie on my right side to start with my right tricep into the headrest and then my hand supporting my head. If you would like to, if your wrists are an issue, if you would like to just bend your elbow and relax your head and your hand, you can go ahead and do that. We're gonna take our magic circles and they're gonna go right in between our ankles. Once we get it there, if we can, legs are gonna extend nice and long away from us, right over that foot bar. And then our opposite hand, what should be your left hand, should just be resting out in front of you. Now, legs can either be in line with the body or they can be slightly angled forward, whatever feels best for you. If they're angled slightly forward, it's just gonna be a little more challenging when we add in our obliques. So, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked on top of each other. On an exhale, we're gonna give that circle a little squeeze, and then we're gonna inhale and release. Exhale, squeezing the circle, and then inhale and we release. Now as we squeeze, we should feel that left adductor doing most of the work. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Squeeze and release. Let's squeeze for 2. And then last one, squeeze and release. Now hold that release. On an exhale, we're gonna lift the legs up off the foot bar as high as we can, and then inhale, lower the legs back down. Exhale, lifting the legs, and then inhale, lower. So we should feel that left oblique contracting to lift and lower. Lift and then lower, and that left hand is just helping to support us here. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. We're gonna go for 3, 2. Now in this last one, we're gonna hold that lift, and we're gonna do little squeezes of our circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the legs down and then lie onto our backs. Magic circle is gonna stay there. If you need to adjust it, go ahead and just adjust that magic circle, staying right in between your ankles. We're gonna take our shoulder blocks into our hands. Let our elbows open out nice and wide to the sides of the room. If you prefer to hold on to the frame of your carriage, you can always hold on to the frame of the carriage rather than your shoulder blocks. We're gonna bring the knees up into our tabletop position again, and then low back is just gonna be flat down into the mat. We're gonna extend both legs nice and long up to the ceiling, keeping that low back flat, and then we're gonna sway our legs to the right side of the room, allowing our hip and our pelvis to move. We're gonna go down and around towards the foot bar with the legs, bring the legs to the left, and then come all the way back up and center, then reverse. Sway the legs to the left, go down and around to your foot bar, sway to the right, right back up and center. We're gonna continue to go in for those corkscrews. Think again, our low back and our pelvis are moving around today, and our shoulder blades are staying anchored down into the mat. The lower you go with the legs, the more challenging on your core. We'll do one more to the right, one more to the left. When you finish the one to the left, you can bend your knees, set your feet down, and then we'll rotate onto our left side for our side line. All right, so same thing. Feel free, adjust the circle if you need to. Left forearm or tricep should go into your headrest, and then your right hand is just going to be out in front of us to help support us. Legs either in line with the body or angled slightly forward. And then on an exhale, we're going to squeeze that circle and then inhale, release. Hip stacked, shoulder stacked. Exhale, squeeze the circle. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Squeeze and release. Let's go for 3. Again, feeling that top adductor doing most of the work. Last one, squeeze and release. Now hold that release. On an exhale, we're gonna lift the legs off the foot bar and then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the legs and then inhale, lower. And we might notice a difference in the sides. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Trying to keep that right shoulder blade down out of your ears. We lift and lower. Feel those right obliques kicking in to lift and lower. We have 3, 2, and then on this last one, hold it up there. Little squeezes of the circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those legs. We'll bend the knees, take that magic circle out, and then we'll just sit ourselves off to the sides. All right, now once we sit up, we're gonna keep our same springs on. We'll keep that magic circle, and then we're just gonna come kneeling onto our reformers, facing our straps. We're gonna take the circle. It's gonna go to your right heel and then right glute. So right where your glute connects to your hamstring. And then hands can either be on your shoulder blocks or they can be down into your headrest. I'm gonna bring into my headrest. If they are in your headrest, just make sure that your headrest goes all the way down if it was up. So we're gonna start with our right knee lifting up off of the mat. We'll hold it up here, and then on an exhale, we're gonna squeeze our circle, inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Feel that right hamstring working, glute working too. Shoulders are down, collarbones are wide. Squeeze and release. Eyes should be looking straight down to the floor. Let's just squeeze for 2. And then last one, release. And then now we're gonna lift the right leg and then lower. Lift, little lower. Lift up a few inches, lower down a few inches. Exhale, lift and lower. Lift, lower. Let's go 3, 2, last one. Lower the knee all the way down and then switch sides. Take the magic circle into our left heel Achilles and then left glute right where your butt connects to your leg. And then we're gonna go ahead, lift that left knee up, and then on an exhale, squeeze, inhale, release. Squeeze and release. And feel that hamstring working, eyes looking straight down to the mat, and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Let's go. 3, 2, last one, and then lifting the leg, lower it down. Lift a few inches, lower down a few inches. Exhale, lift a few inches, inhale down. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all the way down. Take the circle out, just set it to the side. Let's take that yellow spring off. So we're just gonna be on that red one. And then we'll take our long boxes, and our long boxes will go on. Once we get our long boxes on, they can just be up against your shoulder blocks rather than over. We're gonna lie ourselves down onto our stomachs, onto our boxes, facing our straps. And when we lie down, we're gonna take the magic circle again, and it's gonna go in between our ankles. Now you might need somebody to help you with this. So if you do have an extra person with you, they can help put that magic circle in. All right, now we're gonna bring our forearms just down into our headrest. And then once we get here, we should be about our bra line on the edge of the box. We're gonna press our pelvis down into the box, eyes looking down towards our floor, down towards our hands. We're gonna squeeze our glutes and our hamstrings. We're gonna lift our thighs as high as we can up off the box. Keep that hover of the thighs. Inhale, extend your legs out away from you. And then exhale, bend the knees and squeeze the circle. Inhale, extend the legs out. Exhale, bend and squeeze, trying to keep the lift and the hover of your thighs. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend and squeeze. Inhale out. Exhale, bend and squeeze. Again, feel those glutes, feel those hamstrings. We're gonna go for 3, 2,
And then last one, bend and squeeze. Extend those legs back out. Hold that hover over your thighs. Little pulses of the circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the legs, bend the knees, take that circle out. Just set the circle to the side, and then let's take a hold of our straps into our hands. Again, bra line should be right at the edge of our box. And then once we get a hold of the straps, we're gonna take the straps right where they connect to your ropes, and then hands are gonna go onto the outside frame of the carriage. Chest is down, legs are zipped together. If this is an issue for the low back, then have your legs apart. If it's not, keep those legs zipped together. We're gonna go in for pulling straps 1. On an inhale, we're gonna reach our palms back behind us, lift up chest slightly up off the box, think lengthen down through the crown of your head, send your tailbone to your heels, and then exhale, lower yourselves all the way back down onto that box. Again, inhale, pull the palms back, lift the chest, eyes should be looking down, our head isn't looking up, and then exhale, lower yourselves right back down. Again, inhale, pull back, lift, reach. Think no wrinkles in the back of your neck, send the crown of your head forward, tailbone to the heels, exhale, lower ourselves right back down. Last one, inhale, pull back, lift, and reach. Exhale as we lower all the way back down. Now once we come down, take the short loops into your hands. Arms are gonna open out to a wide T, and this is gonna be our start and our end position for pulling straps 2. On an inhale, we're gonna pull the palms back to the hips. We're gonna lift the chest, pinch the shoulder blades together. Again, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, return back to the high T as the chest goes down. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Exhale, return. 2 more. Inhale, pull back, lift, reach. Exhale as we return. And then last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Relax your arms, relax your chest down. Keep those short loops into your hands, and we're gonna finish off with tricep press. So elbows are gonna bend right at your sides. Feel free to grab onto the ropes if you want it heavier. Just find a nice length, again, in the back of your neck. Small little lift of your chest, small little lift of your legs. Press your palms towards your hips, and then bending your elbows for your tricep press. Exhale, press. Inhale, bend. Good. Let's go for 4. Again, keep that length. 3, 2, and then 1. Bend. Good. Hang those long loops up. We're going to step ourselves off of our boxes. And then our boxes are going to stay on. We're going to flip to our short box, and we'll do some abdominal work. Now, if you're taller like myself, go over your shoulder blocks. If you're a little shorter, you can go in front of your shoulder blocks. And then let's just add on 2 red springs so we have all 3 reds on. We're going to sit on our boxes, and we're going to take our magic circles once we sit onto our box. Feet are going to go into our straps in front of us for our short box work. So just making sure when we come into short box, we have at least a width distance of our palm away from our backs, away from the back of the carriage, so that we have room for our sacrums to roll down. And then arms are gonna reach nice and long away from us, sitting up nice and tall on top of our sits bones. We're gonna start with our round spine. So on an exhale, we're gonna tuck our pelvis. We're gonna roll ourselves down to our sacrum. Think send your tailbone out to the wall in front of you as we tuck and we roll back. Take an inhale back there. And then on our exhale, scoop into our abdominals as we sit ourselves all the way back up, nice and tall. Again, exhale, tuck the pelvis. Roll down, think curl your pubic bone towards your forehead. Send your tailbone out to the wall in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop into your abdominals as we sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhale, tuck, roll ourselves back. Inhale. Exhale, scoop into our abdominals as we sit all the way back up. And then last one, exhale, tuck, roll ourselves back. Inhale. And then exhale as we come all the way back up and center. Now let's add in our arms with that. So in an exhale, we're gonna tuck, roll ourselves back, and we're gonna hold ourselves back here, so stay. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, lift, shoulder blades stay down under the ears. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift, and lower. Last one, lift,
As we exhale and we lower, we can come all the way back up and center. Good. Feel free, relax those arms, adjust your feet. We're gonna go into our side to side or a rotation. So you're gonna reach those arms again, just nice and long. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. On an exhale, we're gonna twist and rotate our spine to the right side of the room, making sure that that left hip stays anchored down into the mat. And then inhale, return back to the center. Exhale, twist and rotate. Right hip stays anchored down into that box. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twist, rotate. Think hips stay square. That rotation comes from our spine. Exhaling as we twist, rotate. Inhale as we come back. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. And center. Feel those obliques working to rotate. Bring it back to the center. We're gonna do 1 more right. 1 more to the left. And then bring it back to the center. Now let's add in that little tuck and roll back that we started with our rotation. So you're gonna reach those arms out nice and long. On our exhale, we're gonna twist, rotate to the right. We're gonna hold ourselves right here for an inhale. Exhale, tuck our pelvis, roll ourselves down to our sacrum again, hold for an inhale, and then exhale, scoop into our obliques as we come all the way back up and center. Beautiful. Again, hips should stay square to the wall in front of us. Twist, rotate to left. That rotation just comes from the spine. Exhale, tuck, roll ourselves back down onto our sacrum. Inhale. Exhale, using our obliques to come back up and center. Twist, rotate, inhale. Exhale, tuck, roll back. Pause for that inhale. Exhale, come all the way back up and center. Exhale, rotate, pause. Tuck, roll back. Inhale. Exhale, come back up and center. Good. Twist, rotate, tuck, roll it back. Take an inhale. Exhale, use those obliques to come back up and center. Last one to left. Twist, rotate, tuck, roll it back. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way back up and center. Relax those arms. We're gonna add in our arms for 5 total lift and lowers on each side. So we're gonna reach those arms again, just nice and long. On our exhale, twist, rotate back to the right, hold it right there. Exhale, tuck, roll back, hold. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one. Lift, lower, come all the way back up and center. To the left, twist, rotate, tuck, roll ourselves back, hold, inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Lift and 3, 2, keep that tuck of your pelvis, last one. Come all the way back up and center, beautiful. All right, take your left foot out of the strap. We're gonna bring our left foot onto our magic circle, and then just extend that left leg nice and long up to the ceiling. You can give it a little pull towards you. If you want to hinge back, you can go ahead and hinge back into a little tree. Just hold that stretch. And then wherever you guys are at, let's come up. Keep that left foot out, keep the right foot in your strap. We're gonna rotate towards the left side of the room, and then the left knee can be bent down in front of you. And I'll switch sides so that you can see me. So once we come here, our left leg can be bent out in front of us. If hips are ever an issue, you can dangle the leg also, or you can sit directly on your hip and wrap that foot underneath. So 3 choices. I'm gonna stay here. Magic circle is gonna go right behind our heads, and then hands are gonna stay on that circle. Now think, kind of press your head into the circle and push your hands into the circle. On an inhale, we're gonna hinge towards the wall for our side sit-ups. And then on our exhale, using our obliques to come back up. We have 5 total. Inhale, hinge. Exhale up. 3 more. 2. Last one. And then all the way up. Good. All right, switch sides. Left foot in, right foot out. Same thing. Right foot should be on top. Left leg can either be bent out in front of you or straight. Sorry, switch that, I'm on the opposite side. Left leg is gonna stay in your strap. Right leg can either be bent out in front of you, dangle over, or you can wrap it underneath.
So take that magic circle to your head, in the hands, little pressure of your head, little pressure of your hands, hips stacked. Inhale as we hinge to the well. Exhale, feel those obliques to bring us back up. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, and then last one. Coming all the way up. And then let's just go ahead. We'll step ourselves off of those boxes. Just place the magic circles to the sides. We'll take those boxes off, and our boxes can just go back. All right, once we get those boxes back, let's take that middle red spring off. So we're just on those 2 outside reds, and we'll lie ourselves down onto our reformers. Headrest can be up or down, again, your choice. Now just make sure that the magic circle is right at your side so you can grab it once we get our feet into our straps. So we're gonna take our long loops. Long loops are gonna go onto our feet. And then once we get our long loops on, we're gonna take those magic circles and they're gonna go right in between our ankles. Legs are just gonna go up as high as we can hold our neutral spine, so making sure that we're not collapsing into our low backs. And then once we get here, feet are just gonna be nice and parallel with each other. Arms at our sides. Again, headrest up or down, your choice. We're gonna give that magic circle a nice little squeeze, and we're gonna hold that squeeze. Now on an exhale, we're gonna lower the legs down as we keep that squeeze. And then on our inhale, we'll hinge at the hips to come back up. Again, exhaling as we lower, we keep the squeeze the entire time. Inhale, hinge to come back up. Again, exhale, lower. Inhale, hinge, keep that continuous squeeze. And then last one, exhale, lower. And then inhale as we hinge to come back up. Now, release that squeeze when we come up. Stay into that neutral spine. We're gonna do little pulses this time. So little squeezes of that circle. Now, as we pulse the circle, we're gonna lower the legs down towards our springs. Feel those adductors working, and then pulse that circle right back up. Breathing naturally this time. Pulsing down, and pulsing right back up. Feel those adductors burn. 2 more sets down and up. And then 1 more down, 1 more up. Good, now when we come up, take the magic circles out. We're gonna take 1 strap off of our foot, doesn't matter what one. We're gonna place that magic circle around the leg, put that strap back on, take the other strap off, leg goes inside the circle, put that strap back on, and then magic circle again is gonna go back towards our ankles. Legs again are just gonna come up as high as we can hold our neutral spine. So sacrum should be heavy. We have that nice natural curvature of our low backs. This time we're gonna pull that circle apart. We're gonna keep that pull. And then on an exhale, we're gonna lower the legs down towards our springs again, keeping the little pull. And then inhale, hinging at the hips to come back up. Exhale, lower those legs down, trying to activate our abductors this time, outsides of the legs. Inhale, hinge to come back up. Last one, exhale, lower. And then inhaling as we hinge. Now, again, little pulses out to the sides this time. Little continuous pulls out as we lower the legs down, breathing naturally. And then little pulls out as we lift back up. Little pulses out as we lower, little pulses out as we lift. We have 2 more. Again, feel those abductors firing. Last one. Right back up. And then once we come up, again, 1 foot at a time, just take the feet out of the straps to get that magic circle out. And then once we get back with the magic circle out, place it back in between our ankles. Once we get it in between our ankles again, come back into that neutral spine, have your legs down to about a 45-degree angle, and then find your external rotation so your toes and knees are pointed out to the sides of the room. Without losing our neutral, we're gonna bend our knees in for our frogs, and then exhale, press and squeeze that circle. Inhale as we bend, exhale as we press and squeeze. Inhale, bend.
Exhale, press and squeeze. Inhale out. Exhale, press and squeeze. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, press and squeeze. Now, hinge at the hips. Let the legs go straight up to the ceiling. Let the low backs go down into the mat. Adjust that magic circle if you need to. So legs straight up and down, about a 90-degree angle, maybe a little further back towards your straps than a 90. And then from here, we're gonna go into a version of our long spine. Carriage is gonna stay nice and still. We're gonna squeeze our glutes and our hamstrings. Without our carriage moving, we're gonna start to peel our spines up off the mat. Think reach your legs towards the ceiling. And then without that carriage moving, lowering the hips back down. Good, without the carriage moving, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, lift up. If you need to take your hands to your back, you can use your hands to help lift you, and then lower yourselves right back down. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhaling as we lift, inhaling as we lower, and then last one, as we lift up, we're gonna hold ourselves right here. We're gonna squeeze a circle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down, take the circle out, and then go ahead, just set that circle to the side of our carriages. Legs again are gonna be zipped together. They're just gonna go up as high as we can hold our neutral spine, and then we'll finish off with some leg circles. So let's lower those legs down towards our springs, open them wide out to the sides to circle around and back up. Exhaling as we lower, inhale, circle around and up. Down, around, and up. Let's do 1 more in that direction. Once we come back up, reverse those circles. And again, staying right into our neutral spine. So that movement just comes right from the head of that femur. Pelvis, sacrum stay heavy. Last one. We'll take the straps off of our feet. Once we take those straps up, we'll hang them back up. Let's all sit off to the left sides of our reformers. Once we sit off to the left, we're gonna keep our middle red spring on. We're gonna put our foot bars up, and I just realized we're not on a middle red. So let's take the right red spring off, keep the left red spring on, and we'll set up for some lunges. So right foot is gonna go back to the shoulder block closest to us, knee is gonna be down, left foot is gonna be forward, and then both hands are gonna be onto our foot bar. We're gonna press our right knee out to start, and then from there we'll press our left leg out. Now we'll just do 1 on each side, so if you guys wanna drop down onto your forearms, you can hold here. If you wanna hold onto the frame of the carriage, you can hold, and then just stay for a nice little stretch. So I'm not worrying about shoulders, collarbones, anything. I just wanna stretch out the front of my right leg and the back of my left. So again, to our hip flexor, our psoas, our quad, our hamstrings. Bring the carriage back in, and then we'll switch to the other side. So when we get to the other side, that right red one is gonna come on, left red one can come off, left foot down, right foot is gonna be forward, pressing the left knee out first, then the right leg can press, hold that stretch. Again, feel free, you can either stay here, or you can drop it down to your forearms. You can hold onto the frame, wherever you feel comfortable. Just getting a nice big stretch in the front of the left leg this time, back of the right,